Live. It says we're live.
It says we're live. Are we back?
Audio and video are coming through.
Are we?
And
It's showing audio?
showing audio here.
Okay.
So we're good. I want to see if anybody finds us again after that whole debacle.
And we're back from
And I'm
outer
just
space.
throwing my phone all over the place. While we're waiting, it says nobody's watching.
Lock. I should have made you leave the key. And now you're standing here. Sausage is good. What else can we sing? New link. Does anybody care about the new link? Couldn't they just go to the Scrimmage on YouTube if they were also watching it? The last stream went down. Now we're live here. Justin is posting stuff around social media.
All right. So I posted it.
He just did it on Facebook.
I posted the new stream. See, I feel like there was probably a way to fix it in the old stream, but I did everything I'm capable of doing.
It's Andrew's fault.
It's really Andrew's fault because he's bad at communication. So the downside is we had like 19 people and they were about to listen to us name an athlete of the week. And now these people they probably won't know who the athlete is. And that's no one should be deprived.
People. Chase is the only person who's like, yeah, I'll go find that new link. I'll make sure I watch. Chase, my guy. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for sticking with us.
Man.
This is another tough decision, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do for athlete of the week.
Do
you want me to clap so you know like where to edit it in?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, you'll be able to find
I think we'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, if Francis says I miss Andrew. Yeah, no crap, buddy. Is quiet? Okay, hold on, I can turn it up. That's a thing I know how to do. So yeah, I do. Yeah. So okay, well we at least have Francis and Chase. Okay. So there's something going on. There's
something's happening here. Sorry, the show goes down and I go off the rails.
So to me, there's a couple things. One is, I love the Schweppy Sweeps. We did just have them a couple weeks ago.
Yep. What if they Schweppy Sweeped state?
That would be amazing.
My guy, if they Schweppy Sweep state.
Schweppy Sweep state.
State Schweppy Sweep.
Wow. And then also, like, I was kind of looking at every week. I feel bad that we don't give it to Carissa Otterstetter.
Yeah,
I was kind of looking at Aylin Haggard, and then I was doing the thing where I was like, I was fully expecting to compare the times, and then she has the best time, and then it'd be like, okay, well, not only did she win the district title, but she beat Haley Schweppy.
Right.
And it was just a little short of that.
Yep.
Micah, obviously great game. Jerica, obviously great game.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it kind of came down to like, just in my head, it was either Valerie Echeverria or the crash and dash combo of Marcus Hale and Zach Timmons. But it's such a hard. They're like,
do we know anything else that Valerie did like previously in the week? No. Like, is there a way we can like, because it's of the week? Like, if she had a monster game against like Tenino earlier in the week, is that something we can find really quick?
Yeah,
because that could potentially be a bit of a tiebreaker, right?
Absolutely could be, yeah.
Because I'm kind of leaning with. I'm feeling pretty similar.
I think when
I don't want the IMDb of Pride and Prejudice. Stop.
How did I turn my flashlight on?
You're an old man.
I'm an old man. Let's see that.
Everybody should disregard my previous comment, by the way. I'm glad you didn't notice.
What did you say?
Yep. Nobody noticed.
Oh, wait a minute. No, because that game was Tuesday, and it was the last game of the year.
Chase said they only played Monty this week.
Because they would normally play Tuesday and Thursday, but there was no game on Thursday because they wrapped up the season.
Yeah.
It's tough because I feel like, I mean, naturally, I'm always kind of inclined towards number one, what I saw with my own eyes, which was the Monty football game, and also, Monty football players, as you can see, Monty guy.
Monty guy.
But if you had asked me on Wednesday, I would have been like, oh yeah, like that game for Elmo was just so huge that, of course, if somebody has a huge performance in that game, it's going to be like the thing of the week.
Right.
So I feel really torn between those two. And I also feel like that disregards the rest of the list, and the rest of the list is also great.
Yes.
We had during spring, every week was like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Where it was almost impossible to decide. And then we hit kind of a nice little sweet spot there in the fall where it was like 50% of the time the choice is pretty obvious.
Right.
So now I don't like having such a conundrum here.
I don't like it.
Do you have a direction you lean?
Well, I'm a Marcus Hale guy.
Yeah. Well, and Marcus, the added, he has the added 10 unofficial 10 tackles, which was just somebody watching the film and counting them. So I don't know. We usually don't get official.
I mean, that's better than anything I'd ever done before.
It's probably true, because usually they just, most teams have like a JV player or somebody who's injured then can't play, just roam the sidelines with a clipboard and just count the amount of tackles that everybody has.
Just on the sideline?
Yeah. They walk up and
very
down.
Good viewpoint.
Walk up and down with the stats guy.
What? Just ask, hey, did you have a tackle on that play?
Maybe.
Because the sideline is not a great view for who's making the tackle usually.
It is for open field tackles.
Yeah, or tackles right in front of you on the sideline. Yeah. But on the far end, it's like, I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on one of those rounded fields like Rochester. Did you see how rounded that field was?
It's so slant. It's super slanted.
Dude, it's like a dome.
Which, I don't think we talked about that on the broadcast. I assume it's for drainage.
Yeah.
But it looks really weird from the sidelines. Yeah. Like if you run from sideline to sideline, it's uphill and then downhill. And you'd feel it.
It's so true. You'd definitely feel it.
And if I ran from sideline to sideline and it was all downhill, I'd still feel it. What did the comments say? Let's see. Chase commented, I know that was before we had to reboot here, but Chase had definitely said Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Delgado says Marcus and Zach.
Yeah.
Francis says Francis is a big Hale guy.
Yeah.
I almost think like that should be a vote against him because it's Francis who said it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Gosh,
Valerie had a big game.
Really
in the big game.
In the big game. They've got district tournaments coming up too.
Ah, man.
Lots more opportunities for big games for both of these teams.
I just, hey, it's our show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like my guy.
Yeah.
Like a screw you listeners moment here. I've been wanting Marcus Hale to get this award all year.
This is our chance. Literally when Marcus scored, he scored a touchdown and then he had like a really big catch, and I texted you, is this going to be the Marcus Hale game?
Yes, you did. And I was like, I think I just replied with like
prayer hands. Yeah. But then, I feel like you almost you can't really have Marcus without Zach because they really did it together.
I get that. Yeah. And that's where I'd like to lean.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yep. So congratulations, our Spy Bee athletes of the week, Marcus Hale and Zachary Timmons.
It's actually just Timmons, but
I got your name right in this game. Don't worry about it.
Good job.
In the Rochester one, I was struggling. Play-by-play is a different animal than color. Anyway, to Zach Timmons and Marcus Hale, you are our Spy Bee athletes of the week. We are super excited for you guys heading into the state play-in games. Is that what we're calling them?
I think I want to call them state play-in games. I've heard them called week 10. I've heard them called round of 24. Some people are still just calling them crossovers. It's still the crossover round. I'm going to call it the state play-ins.
I mean, for Colville, they're crossing over from one side of the state to the other.
Basically.
It's just Stanford playing in a league over in the Atlantic coast.
That's got to be like literally almost as far as you can possibly get in 1A.
The only thing I could think of would be like Deer Park or Riverside playing against like playing against La Center?
I think
That might be
Colville's
longer?
further up from Deer Park.
No. Colville is on your way to Pullman.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
So it's
south.
south of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's the highway is slower. So like
Yeah.
Deer Park gets to take I-5 or I-90.
Yeah.
Whereas Colville has to take a slower highway, which is why I could get there so much faster, Justin. It's because the speed limit
That's
is a lot
why.
slower. That's why. So Colville is on your way to Pullman.
Okay, I got you.
And Deer Park, Riverside, those are up north of Spokane, right? So I think if you went from like...
Oh, this is showing Colville is north of Deer Park.
What? What am I thinking of? Oh, Andrew's going to hate me.
Is it Connell?
I was thinking of Colfax.
Oh,
dude, Andrew has got to be like freaking out.
So
I was thinking Colfax, not Colville.
Colville, literally,
holy cow!
So,
this is like one of the longest drives you could possibly think of.
Riverside is like over here. This is where I was complaining about having to drive to a few years ago.
I mixed
further
them up with
is Deer Park, and way further up the highway is finally Colville.
Dude, Colville. Wow,
it's so far.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I feel bad that I thought it sounded weird in my head. I was like, Colville. I thought it was something else, but yeah.
I don't remember any of our
Colfax.
When is the last time any of our teams ever played against Colville? I can't remember.
This is the first time I've heard of Colville. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of Colville.
Well, you probably heard of it before, but thought they were saying Colfax.
Probably true, my guy. Probably true. Let's see. Forrest said, Daniel, don't visit Eastern Washington.
Or was he saying, Daniel, don't visit Eastern Washington? Like you didn't know because you don't visit there?
Maybe. I only went to school over there.
And drove back home real fast.
So I didn't see any of the town names. I don't know north of Spokane very well.
It's so funny because I've been up that way for sports. It's like the only part of it that I even remotely know is Spokane because we go to Hoop Fest.
Well, yeah.
And then when you drive through Spokane and you go north, I've done that a couple times.
Yep. And you drive through Ellensburg and Moses Lake on the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to try and do like a commercial or something?
Oh, I see. Forrest was saying in baseball, Monty played Colville last year.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then in regional 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah,
or at least I'm going to pretend I do. Yeah. So which commercial did you do?
I did Spivey Real Estate.
Okay. So I'll do the Dama Law commercial.
Do you think you can?
Yeah, I'll do something.
You'll do something?
I'll just wing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just winging it?
Yeah.
I wish that I like... Do you remember those alternative commercials that I did?
Yeah.
I wish I could find those
the scripts.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scripts with
That's
like
okay.
the you ignorant normie, like all those things.
How about this? I'll work that into this commercial.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, if you have a legal problem and you need someone on your side, let's just say you're some kind of ignorant normie who has tax problems, or you need help with real estate law or business law, you should contact the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz because they will put their 30 plus years of experience to work for you. If you want to find the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz, go to domashevitzlaw.com. That's DAMASIEWICZLAW.com. No relation.
Well done, my guy. What's the A stand for? Thank you again to our sponsors, the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz and Spivey Realty Group. If you'd like to sponsor us, who knows? Maybe you want to create your own award, like the Defensive Player of the Week, or the Hustle Player of the Week, or the Crash and Dash Player of the Week. I don't know.
The Ignorant Normie of the Week.
The the Ignorant Normie of the Week. There's so many things. If you know a business that would like to sponsor us, because sponsoring us is sponsoring local high school sports in a roundabout way. Don't fact check at me there, but you know.
But it totally is.
It totally
we promise.
It is. Yeah. Then contact us. We would love to talk about your business, especially if it's something awesome like Grizzly Den or Jeans and we get like food out of it somehow. Dude, I'm so hungry right now.
Why'd you have to say those places out loud? Now all I can think about is burgers.
Okay, it's time for the third of our show. Bet you didn't know we were a hockey show.
Yeah.
We never talk about hockey, but hey, 2-minute drill. Let's do it. Justin, your Portland Trailblazers Or my Portland Trailblazers.
Our Portland Trailblazers.
Our Portland Trailblazers are 2-5 on the young season. Did you know that the NBA season had started?
I definitely knew the season had started because I remember people freaking out about LeBron James and Bronny James being on the court together.
Right.
But I have paid negative amounts of attention to what's happened in the NBA this season.
Yeah.
So I would say yes and no. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the World Series champs and beneficiaries of one of the worst in-game collapses of all time. This is such a good question. Daniel, how beautiful was that to watch?
It was so beautiful. I was so excited. I just happened to be like channel surfing, and then because I had forgot that the game was at that time that night, and I flipped it on just in time to see that inning. Oh, it was so glorious. It was amazing. The North Carolina Tar Heels are ranked at 9 in the preseason polls, and Duke is at 7. Justin, who will win the ACC, and how bad will Stanford and Cal be?
Yeah, Stanford and Cal, probably bad.
You know, just a couple of Pacific Coast teams playing in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Well, Andrew calls it the All Coasts Conference, which makes more sense because they're on both coasts now.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel like the competition at the top is going to be really tight. Both of these teams, Duke and North Carolina, have some really great freshmen on them. And I think a big part of it is probably going to be like Carolina has more experience. Duke has bigger pop from the freshmen. Is Cooper Flagg going to be everything that people think he's going to be? Because he's looked pretty incredible in all the offseason stuff that he's done. I think based on experience, I would give the slight edge to Carolina, but Duke's going to be really good too.
Is Cooper Flagg the guy who was like dominating Team USA?
Yeah.
That guy was nuts.
Really good. Daniel, did you see the highlight of the guys who tried to rip Mookie Betts' arm off? Was there 1 game suspension enough of a punishment?
Close. 1 game? That was the most blatant, horrifying, dumb crap New York fan thing I've ever seen. Especially, did you see how proud of it they were?
They became heroes, like instant heroes.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Also, I tried to like lead you into like a Ron Burgundy moment here, and then I like misspelled the Ron Burgundy word.
Oh, what were you trying to say?
No, it's okay. We don't need to get into it. You just figured it out.
Yeah, I did. So the thing about that was, like, this wasn't like a fan stole the ball from a player.
No.
Like I'm not like, obviously Mookie Betts, super strong guy.
Yeah.
What if he like pulled his tricep trying to get his arm away from them?
Seriously.
Because then that could change the course of the World Series.
Yeah. No, what they did was so much farther than anything I've ever seen before. Where like one guy was like holding on to him to make sure he couldn't get away, while the other guy
holding onto his wrist so that he couldn't pull his arm away.
You could easily get hurt in that situation. Yeah. I'm so grateful that
I almost got hurt watching it.
Yeah. Oh, I would have pulled like 12 muscles and sprained my ankle, and the ankles weren't even involved in the situation. Let's see.
I just feel like how could it be anything other than a lifetime ban from all MLB parks?
Seriously.
And instead, there was a very large demographic of people who were treating them like they were heroes.
Yeah. Dude,
here's the thing.
If they get their podcast, they should get like that is insane.
It's also dumb because did that guy think that if he popped the ball out of the glove, it was somehow not going to be an out?
Seriously.
And so like they're ignorant. Like they don't understand baseball. They did something that was really stupid.
A typical Yankees fan.
Oh, typical Yankees fan. It's just I couldn't believe that they did it, and I couldn't believe even more that there seemed to be some people who thought that it was like funny and okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just bonkers.
It's mind-boggling. Like when your thoughts like get all caught up in your mind like a bottle.
Darn it. Francis said he's friends with Timmons' dad.
You know what?
Somehow gave it to somebody.
I always thought Steve Timmons was a really nice guy, but knowing that he's friends with Francis makes me look at him just a little bit differently.
And then he said, Hale and I share the first letter of our last names too. Oh yeah, that checks out. Let's see. Daniel says that's why bus drivers are pedal to the metal at all times. Oh yeah, I guess I couldn't get to Colville in 5.5 hours. Because I was thinking Colfax, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think I could make it to Colville that quickly.
You can fly down that highway pretty fast, though.
That's true. Let's see. Forrest said, oh, we already talked about that. Chase says ignorant normie is crazy. Dude, we might need to share some like podcasts with Chase just so we can understand what we're talking about there. Francis says, can't believe the law office of Jeffrey Domashevitz paid for that commercial.
I thought it was great.
I thought you did a great job.
Thank you.
And Chase says, check the Celtics record.
No,
we don't. And he also says that Duke will win the ACC.
Yeah, and then Daniel says it's literally assault. It literally is assault.
It was. Yeah. Wait, isn't that weird though? How things that happen in a sports arena could actually be assault very easily.
Well, like if Mookie Betts decided to press charges, he would be soft though.
Yeah,
he'd be soft. So
Right.
it really kind of can be assault.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, doesn't the victim have to press charges for it to be assault?
I think so. I don't know. Dude, you're the one who's not related to a lawyer.
Not criminal law. I mean, I feel like you have more experience with criminal law than I do. The way you drive, you know.
Oh, I'm not going to get into that, my guy.
Well,
I'm not sure the statute of limitations is up yet.
Do you want to move on to my favorite part of the show?
I think we do.
Stump Daniel is brought to you by the law office of Jeffrey A. Domashevitz, no relation.
I'd sing the theme song, but I can't remember it right now.
Counting 15. Okay. I'm bringing back. I forgot to count how many of them I had before we started. 15. Okay.
Instead, you just sounded like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
somebody.
6, 7. It's like someone trying to come up with what's the letter after Q, and then you have to go A, B, C, D.
Dude, did you notice how? Yes. Did you notice how differently we hold microphones?
You're like up around the
I'm
top
like
of it.
up around the knob.
I like to hold it low so I can keep my arm packed in tight and get it right on my lip.
And see, I just kind of like hold the whole thing on my mouth like I'm thinking. Like, But when I speak up on stage, like when I'm standing up, I definitely do what you're doing. Like I hold it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't speak on stage much anymore. I haven't spoke on stage very much in my life. Like that's the thing I feel like you're very comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm not as much.
I've done a lot of it.
I do okay, but I tend to go a lot faster. I turbo through everything.
Yeah, I do understand like the idea of being nervous about, but the key to it is not really caring what anybody thinks about what you sound like.
Right.
Yeah.
But I used to see, people got me all wrong because I worked in the radio business for so long. People were like, "Oh, don't you get nervous?" I was sitting in a closet with a microphone,
like sometimes a literal closet.
Literal closet. My office was a closet. And I didn't know that people were listening to me. I was just sitting in a closet talking into a microphone. I was by myself.
Daniel,
Anyway.
for Stump Daniel this week, I'm bringing back a very popular Stump Daniel segment that we've done in the past. It's Name the Mascot of this high school team.
Name the mascot.
And you've generally been pretty good at this one.
I like it.
We're going to do 1A.
Okay.
And we're going with state play-in football teams.
Hopefully it's not Colville. Because I didn't even know
they're on the list.
Dang.
So what I wanted to do is
I got a guess for him just based on the first letter. I'm just going to go alliteration for all the ones I don't know.
I put some in here that I'm positive you will know. But I didn't do the ones that are like from our district or that we play all the time.
Well, yeah, you know I know those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right off the top,
the center of losers.
I didn't put La Center on here, but I think you know it's the Wildcats.
No. It's the La Center Wittens.
Daniel, maybe the only time we've ever like hoped La Center would win at something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So weird.
La Jolla, Daniel.
Oh, I played against them in high school. Oh, dang it. I should know this one, but I don't. And I feel like I'm going to get it wrong, but I'm just going to go alliteration again. The La Jolla Cougars.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. They are the
La Jolla Cloud.
They are.
Gills.
It's not alliteration. They are the La Jolla Eagles.
Okay, I didn't know that one.
0 for 1, Daniel.
Dang it.
Lakeside, 9 Mile Falls. What is Lakeside?
Oh, I beat them at state basketball. I should know this one. Yeah, I'm gonna tie everything into my own glory days. By the way,
Glory days.
Lakeside, 9 Mile Falls.
The Lakeside Losers.
I want to say there's something like the. No, they're not the. I don't think they're the Elks. Lakeside. If I say Cougar for everyone, that just doesn't work, does it?
There's a lot of Cougar teams
Yeah.
across the state, though.
I'm gonna say the Lakeside. I'm gonna go to another common one, Justin.
Okay.
Because I remember that there's one of these where it was like every answer was the same thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say the Lakeside Bulldogs.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Dang
They're
it.
actually the Lakeside Eagles. You're 0 for 2. You missed on the Eagles twice.
No.
Daniel.
Now I'm so far in my head. Oh man.
Daniel Connell. What is the Connell mascot?
All I want to say is Eagles.
This is where I love to trick you. Because it's not even about getting the answer right or wrong. It's about the mind game.
It is 100%. I'm pretty sure we've done Connell before in this game.
Probably.
I don't think it was last time, but I think it was the one before that.
Yeah, very possible.
Dude, I want to say Bulldogs, but I'm pretty sure it's the Eagles.
What are you going
But
with?
if you just brain screwed me, right? I'm gonna say the Eagles.
You are correct. Connell
Yes!
is the Eagles. Daniel,
Yes!
you are 1 for 3. Moving on from all the Eagles.
Yes.
Daniel.
Is it Elma?
I didn't put Elma on here. Daniel, Life Christian Academy. What is Life Christian Academy's mascot?
It's the Eagles.
Is it?
I think so.
Final answer?
Yes.
It is the Eagles. You're 2 for 2. All right, the next one, Daniel. College Place. What is College Place's mascot? You got through 4 Eagles and you're 2 for 2. You did pretty good there.
They're the Eagles. Oh, College Place. College Place. I hope I remember to tell you what I almost just blurted out after the show. I need to tell you. College Place Panthers.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's actually a different bird of prey. It's the Hawks.
I
There.
said Panther.
No, I was saying from Eagles.
From the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
gotcha.
2 for 5 now.
Okay, the
and
Hawks.
it's College Place Hawks.
Okay.
Daniel, what is Colville?
They should be something like the Miners. Because, Colville,
I could see
Miners. I'm going to go with them. But,
Although, like with the structure of the way I usually do this, they should be the Eagles. Because usually I'd go Eagles, 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 then go away from it and then go back to Eagles.
I'm going to say the Cougars. I'm going to go back to alliteration. I think I have a vague recollection of a mascot. I'm going to say Cougars.
You're way off. You're on a little bit with the alliteration, but they are not, in fact, the Hawks. They're the Crimson Hawks. So they're the Colville Crimson Hawks. So you're 2 for 6.
Is everybody in the state birds?
And we're gonna get into a little bit more that I think you're gonna know. These are some familiar ones you're gonna know. Cashmere, Daniel. What's Cashmere?
Bulldogs.
Cashmere is the Bulldogs. That makes you 3 for 7.
Okay. Not great.
Zilla.
Oh, I know it.
We've seen Zilla a lot. Like I know you have it.
Oh, come on. Leopards?
That is correct, Daniel. You are 4 for 8, working your way back up above 500. Daniel, we did just mention this team, and I think this is one you know, but you said that you were not sure how long they'd been in 1A. Blaine. What is Blaine's mascot?
Oh, dude. I don't know if I know that. I know that. You remember Luke Ridnour?
Yeah.
Dude, he was like amazing at Blaine.
Mm.
And I played with a guy at a basketball camp who was from Blaine. I'm just stalling. I don't know who Blaine is.
So your
Wait,
anecdote.
isn't Dustin from Blaine?
Yes. Is that the guy you played basketball with?
No. No, I had a basketball camp.
Yeah.
I played with a guy from Blaine.
And he played with Luke Ridnour. Or just he's from the same place as Luke Ridnour.
Well, he probably was. He was probably a sophomore when Luke Ridnour, or a freshman when Luke Ridnour was a senior.
Okay.
But this guy was like, in the age group I was in, he was the oldest and I was the youngest, and he had like lots of red hair, like big curly red hair, and so we just called him Big Red.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna say Bulldogs.
Ooh, I'm sorry, you're
Dang it.
incorrect. They're the Blaine Borderites because they're on the Canadian border. I swear this has come up on the show before.
The Borderites?
Yeah.
Dustin, my guy, you have the worst mascot of high school history.
He ran from it.
Dude, that's terrible.
Daniel, here's the next one. You're 4 for 9. Meridian. It's another team that we see from time to time.
Oh, the Meridian Trojans.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You are 5 for 10. Here's one I didn't know.
Uh-oh.
Chelan, Daniel. What is Chelan's mascot? Speaking of teams way over on the east side of the state.
Yeah. Chelan, known more for their vacationing than their high school sports.
Nice lake there.
Yeah, I've heard. Bulldogs.
Nice lake there was not a good contribution. Chelan is not the Bulldogs.
Dang it, the
They are,
Eagles?
in fact, the Mountain Goats. How did you not get that?
I love it.
You're fine.
Actually, you know what? I started to laugh, but I like the creativity.
Okay.
You know what? The only gripe I have about our big 4 schools in this county, Bobcats, Grizzlies, Eagles, and Bulldogs,
Mhm.
can you get more generic? The only way to get more generic is if it was like the Elma Birds and the Hoquiam Bears
Yeah.
or the Montesano Dogs.
But birds, I feel like would be kind of a weak mascot.
Dude, this is my favorite game, by the way. I love this so much. Daniel says that's definitely how it is with aviators. Some of the stuff their mic into their mouth.
Some of them stuff their mic into their mouth.
Oh, he's talking about the mic conversation, not the. Okay, that's backways. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be mascot conversation, but he was talking about when I was like eating my microphone.
Granite Falls, Daniel.
The Granite Falls Ghouls.
They are not the Ghouls. They are, in fact, the Tigers. And you are 5 for 12. Really struggling right now.
Dude, could you imagine playing against the Ghouls? That's a great name.
It would be. The mascot would be super intimidating
Right?
if you do it right.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Like how
Tigers?
RSB has the Ravens, but the Raven is like super menacing.
Dude,
Yeah.
so menacing. Their
Yeah.
logo is legit.
Yeah.
Granite Falls Tigers? What does the tiger have to do with Granite Falls?
No.
Shouldn't it be like the salmon or the waterfalls or the,
Where is Granite Falls?
I don't know.
Oh, it has
But
falls in the
There's
name,
no
though.
tigers there. I can tell you that much. There's no tigers in North America.
Maybe they have a zoo. Or one of those like really super sketchy tiger habitats, like in Tiger King.
Super sketchy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Granite Falls.
Daniel, Mount Baker. What's Mount Baker? You're doing really bad right now. You're 5 for 12.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The Mount Baker Mountaineers.
That is correct.
Yes,
You are
sir.
now 6 for 13.
Know that one.
6 for 13. Daniel, what's Nooksack Valley?
Nukesack. They should be the Nukesack nuclear bombs.
I feel like that might not be well received.
You know what? Ridgefield is the Bombers. And I don't know if their logo is
Ridgefield is the Sputters.
not Ridgefield. Sorry, the gosh. Dang it. What is it? Richland.
Oh.
Where they have the nuclear facility.
Oh.
They're actually they used
Oh.
to be the Bombers. I don't know if it is, but if they also used to have like the mushroom cloud as their logo.
Really?
Yeah,
Like that
legit.
time when we were the Blue Bombers and we
Yeah.
had like nukes on our jerseys.
Exactly. Let's see. Granite Falls.
Did you get
is-
Nooksack Valley?
I did not.
Oh.
I think I know. Dude, Granite Falls is like Seattle area kind of thing. Like Lake Stevens, Marysville. They're north of Everett. Northeast of Everett. I don't think there's any tigers in Granite Falls, my
Maybe
guy.
they have a zoo
Doubtful.
or a sketchy tiger habitat.
Oh, the
Like from Tiger King.
Nukesack Valley is something like dang it, I can picture it in my head. It's like an explorer type thing. It's not the pioneers. It's not an explorer. It's a, gosh dang it. Is it the pioneers? No, it's a. I'm upset about this one. I'm upset about this one. I'm gonna say pioneers, but I don't think it's right.
Pioneers is correct.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, yes.
So you're 7 for 14. This is your chance to be over 500 on the game.
Okay.
OMAC, Daniel. What is OMAC?
It's funny that I brought up OMAC earlier in the show.
You did.
Dude, nobody cares about
Accurate.
OMAC. They're probably something silly like the Wildcats or something like that. I'm gonna go OMAC. Oh, but you know what I want them to be?
What's up?
The Owls.
Because of the alliteration.
Yeah, or the OMAC Oligarchs.
Not a lot of oligarchs in
I'm gonna
OMAC.
go OMAC Wildcats.
They're in fact the OMAC Pioneers. So you are under 500 on the game, which
Okay.
puts you in the Husky zone.
That's
Sorry,
understandable.
Daniel. You did a really bad job.
That checks out. That checks out. Name, if you're in the chat and you can get it out there before we close the show, which is going to be really quick. Say the best mascot you've heard of.
There's a Billy Goat somewhere.
The Acorns is pretty good.
Acorns is good.
Even though it's terrible, it's also good.
But like there's a 1B school, now I'm blanking on what it is, that they're the Billy Goats. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's pretty good.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously Bulldogs, elite name. Montesano did it first and everybody copied him.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Eagles.
As much as I like Hoquiam, the Grizzlies is also a very generic
It's
name.
super generic, but a grizzly is like, it's a super intimidating mascot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. At least you're not like the Brown Bears, you know?
Well,
that would actually be more fitting for the region. But grizzlies are way scarier than brown bears.
It has a bigger connotation to it, doesn't it?
Black bears.
Or smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I should have said black bears.
Yeah.
That's what we actually have around here.
Yeah, I think you meant black bears.
I got confused
brown bears.
because like black bears aren't all black. A lot of them are brown. They're actually different shades of black bear.
Makes sense.
But black bear, like there's more black bears here, so by the region it would make more sense to be the black bears, but grizzlies are way more intimidating.
Yeah. Maybe like ocelots. Should have been the OMAC ocelot.
That would be pretty good.
I don't know, if you just do
region. Well, when
Wishkaw's got the loggers.
We had a chance to do this when South Bend just had to rebrand.
Right?
And there was all kinds of cool stuff like Sasquatch and River Hawks, and like they had a whole bunch of possibilities.
What did they end up with?
I think they didn't choose anything.
Well, they did the first time. Did they just stick with nothing?
I think they stuck with we're just going to be South Bend. Or there's a stalemate.
They should be.
If anybody knows from South Bend what's going on there.
The Benders. They can, I mean, maybe not. The Benders. You can go Airbender with it.
Okay.
Or you could go Futurama.
I haven't watched that. I don't know what they do in Futurama.
Oh, there's a character named Bender.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he the robot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Sasquatch would be a good one.
Yeah.
Skookum. Just kind of a Northwest tribal word.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things.
I thought Riverhawks was cool.
Riverhawks is pretty cool. Yeah, because it ties in their river stuff. Yeah. And you have Seahawks where they just made up there's no such thing as a Seahawk.
Right, exactly.
Just throw out Riverhawk.
Yeah.
Is that gonna do it for our show?
I think so.
Yeah. By the way, do you think that Ian should start a movie podcast? That's another thing we start talking about on our radio broadcast. Because again, when you get into the 40-minute running clock, we just start talking about random
Is Ian
stuff,
really
man.
into movies?
Dude loves movies.
How does he have time to like watch movies?
I don't know. He's really busy.
Yeah.
But he loves movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like movies, but there's way more movies that I haven't seen that I want to.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. I think that's going to do it for our show today.
Oh.
Ian, you should start a movie podcast.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, Daniel says huge congrats to the Big Dumper on winning the Gold Glove.
Oh, nice.
Dude, did Cal Raleigh win the Gold Glove? And I did not. Oh, my dad says termites, Kazi termites. Great one. But sadly, they changed it to the Cougars.
Yeah, they changed it.
My mom was a Kazi termite.
Hmm.
And she still will sometimes be like, she'll start singing the cheer. We are the termites, the mighty, mighty termites. And I'm like, yeah.
Do they sing about like destroying wood and stuff?
Destroying your home.
Whoa.
Yeah. They go deep.
Whoa.
Termites,
they go deep.
They'll destroy your home life. Yeah. That's going to do it for our show today.
So for my co-host, Daniel, I want to be a Kazi termite Hargrove.
And my co-host, Justin Montesano, were the first Bulldogs ever, Domashevitz.
And our trusty producer, absentee producer, Andrew, I'm terrible at communication, gross.
You've been listening to the Scrimmage. Oh, yeah, you can't stay awake for movies. Andrew hopped in there at the end. Oh, it was Andrew who said, huge congrats to the Big Dumper. That
I
makes
can stay
so
awake
much more
for
sense.
good movies, just not stupid movies like Lord of the Rings.
That's debatable. Nip.